Sweden is known to be a democratic country where you can enjoy equality, justice, and legal security. It embraces many immigrants and refugees who seek to achieve their dreams and find a better life. But, unfortunately, what appears to be a great image of an ideal society hides a cruel reality filled with discrimination and abuse of power. Many immigrants in Sweden experience violation of their human and legal rights. The government there is tightening rules on them. The media is showing them as a threat to the Swedish society. Employees in the judicial system are abusing their power in dealing with cases in which immigrants are suspected or charged. Kai Len, Isa, and Joy Rahman are living examples of immigrants who were convicted and punished on false grounds. Today we have another victim to this abuse of law. Imad is an Egyptian citizen who chose to leave his country and his family and achieve his dreams in Sweden. But he didn't know what the future holds for him. Imad's dreams were all shattered when he was charged and convicted of instigation of murder in 2015. The story begins when the police alleged that Imad instigated a man called Håkan Goran, who in turn instigated another unknown man to murder Imad's ex-girlfriend on the 24th of June 2010. There was no evidence against Imad except that he had a phone call with Håkan on the day of the murder and that he disposed of the phone afterwards. He also has traveled to Egypt 2 days after it was emerged in the media that a young man was arrested for a murder nothing. Håkan's name wasn't even mentioned at that time. How could the police and the prosecutor build their case around these unconvincing and flimsy evidence? Håkan himself have stated during the investigation that Imad didn't know the other man and the attack was actually intended on Imad because he owed him 80,000 krona. But what actually makes this case one of the biggest scandals in the Swedish judicial system is the court verdict itself. While Håkan was found innocent and all the charges against him were dropped, Imad was found guilty of instigating him to murder. Imad is imprisoned for life for a crime he didn't commit. A man's life is destroyed because of the police's speculations and theories of what could have happened without any substantial proof to support their claims. And it didn't stop there. Imad discovered later, with the help of lawyer Maria Cruz, that police has manipulated and even hid evidence that include important phone calls, messages, and recordings to prove he is guilty. Imad has been in a prison since 2014, deprived of his legal and human rights. He's only allowed to call his children twice a month, under an officer's supervision, of course. He can't practice his religion in an appropriate way. He fasts for 21 hours in Ramadan, but he can't even get properly heated food. He can't contact any journalist to help him with his case. His only hope is to find through this video someone who can listen to him and help him to correct the injustice that he suffered. He is in desperate need to answer his question. If it's not proved that Håkan the killer or was instigated by Imad, how it can be possible to convict Imad for the murder based on his contact with Håkan? We also have to ask ourselves, could this have happened if Imad wasn't an Arab? Will Imad be the last victim to this abuse of law in Sweden? Or there will be other victims if we don't move?